Hello and welcome to Championship Game Week 23 predictions. Halfway through the Championship season now as we head into Boxing Day. Of course, we've got some great games coming up over this festive period between the 26th and on the 26th and the 29th. So yeah, let's dive straight into my Game Week 23 Championship predictions for Boxing Day. So it all kicks off at 12:30 where Birmingham City take on Derby, and if Birmingham do lose this game, then Chris Davies could be out the door. Yeah, they've lost four. We've lost four out of our five. No, three of our last five matches. Watford was the last win we got, was back on the 1st of December. Feels like an age ago. Derby have beaten in their last three matches, 2 draws and 1 win over Sheffield Wednesday, and there anybody can beat Sheffield Wednesday. Birmingham have lost to Southampton, QPR and Sheffield United all on the road with only a point against Charlton in there as well. 1 point in their last three. Last time Birmingham did play Derby was a 2-0 home win for Birmingham over Derby in the 21-22 season. Jeremy Bell the scorer and Scott Hogan the scorer at that day. And then it was a 2-2 draw between Derby and Birmingham on the 30th of January. Birmingham going 2-0 up in that game and bottling the win. 5 wins for Birmingham, 8 draws, 10 wins for Derby. Do Birmingham hit back here? I'm not so sure. Chris Davies under pressure. Derby's away form is very, very good. I'm going to back a draw in this one. I think there could be a few goals in this one. Go back a 2-2 between these two. I think Birmingham's home form is quite, well, it is good, isn't it? It's a lot better than our away form at the moment. Derby's away form is very good. So, yeah, that's one back a 2-2 between these two. Millwall take on Ipswich then at the Den at 1 o'clock. I'm not sure why it's at 1 o'clock. If people do know, do let me know in the comments. Back-to-back losses for Millwall and Alex Neil. 3-1 loss at home to Hull. Never great. 2-0 loss away at Blackburn in there as well. Ipswich did beat Sheffield Wednesday last time out. I know anybody can beat Sheffield Wednesday. They did lose away at Leicester the week before, though. Ipswich do sit... they've gone down to 12th in the table. That can't be right. That can't be right. That just must be a glitch on football. We can actually check here. Ipswich are actually 3rd in the table. I don't know what this 12th. Maybe it was the away form or something. Anyway, yeah, Ipswich sit 3rd. Millwall sits 6th, both inside the playoffs at the moment. Ipswich's home form is very, very good for itself. And to speak about the away form, which is in 12th. There was just a bit of a glitch on this app. 12th versus 12th. On the form-wise, Ipswich okay away from home. They've had a couple of thrashings of teams. They've beaten QPR 4-1. They've beaten a few others. They've also battered, I think, Swansea, was it, a few weeks back as well. So, yeah, I think Ipswich should be okay here, but they're taking on a Millwall side that we don't know which Millwall's going to turn up. I'm going to back a draw in this one, go back a 1-1. I don't see a lot separating these sides. If Aziz is playing for Millwall, then I can see them getting the win in that one. But yeah, I'm going to back a 1-1 draw in this one between Millwall and Ipswich. Coventry take on Swansea then at the CBS. Coventry City still top of the Championship by an absolute country mile. At the moment, they sit top of the table. 14th sits Swansea City at the moment. Not great for them under Vitor Matos at the moment. They will be looking to do a bit better. The Portuguese coach, very young coach at this league, one of the youngest in the division. Coventry got a decent point away at Southampton last time with the 10 men, didn't they? Swansea beating Wrexham. They have picked up a little bit Swansea in recent weeks. 3 wins out of their last 4 matches. Not too bad. Losing away at Stoke, though, was a problem for them. Coventry's home form is absolutely incredible. Swansea's away form is a bit shit. Yeah, they don't look great away from home, Swansea City, but I think Coventry will win this quite comfortably. I'm going to back the Sky Blues in this one with the amount of quality they've got. Haji Wright, Mason Clark, Rudoni, Josh Eccles in there as well. Brilliant team. Brilliant manager under Frank Lampard at the moment. Coventry win this 3-0 over a Swansea side that don't look particularly good away from home. So, yeah, back in Coventry City to win this over Swansea by 3-0 in this one. Leicester take on Watford now at the King Power. Leicester will be looking to win this after a heavy defeat last time out to Queen's Park. Rangers, Marty Cifuentes going back to his former team and losing. Got Javi Gracia's Watford unbeaten in their last 4. Last loss was on the 1st of December to Birmingham away from home. Watford did beat Stoke at the weekend by a 0-0. Good solid home win for Javi Gracia's men. Very, very good. At home are Watford. Struggle a bit more away from home. They're winless in the last 7 against Leicester. If you look at the head-to-heads, Leicester did beat them back in 2024 by 2 goals to 1, 2-0 home win for Leicester over Watford on the 25th of November 2023. 15 wins for Leicester, 2 draws, 8 wins for Watford. Yeah, Leicester haven't kept a clean sheet in 60 matches despite winning 5 straight matches against Watford. So Watford probably will score in this one. I am going to back Leicester City and Marty Cifuentes' side in this one. I think, yeah, I am going to back them and go back for a 2-1 Leicester home win in this one. I think they will get over the line. Bounce back from last week as well, which they need to. So, yeah, Leicester to win this by 2 goals to 1 over Watford in this one. Middlesbrough versus Blackburn is next then at the Riverside. Middlesbrough needing to win, of course. Blackburn's away form did take a hit last time out against Portsmouth. They did beat Millwall at home and rectified that result, which was a good home win for Blackburn Rovers in that one. Middlesbrough losing at the weekend to Bristol City, a good Bristol City at Ashton Gate at the weekend. Finally, in a few weeks, we'll talk about them shortly. Middlesbrough did beat Blackburn 2-0 on the 4th of April. Good away win for Middlesbrough. That was when Valerian Ismail just came in. I think they started really, really poorly, didn't they? Blackburn won in the FA Cup. They also won in the league back in November as well. 5 wins for Borough, 9 draws, 9 wins for Blackburn. They've scored 11 in the last 5, Middlesbrough, but they haven't kept a clean sheet in 11, so I would expect both teams to score in this one. Blackburn's away form is pretty handy around here. So, yes, I would expect a decent game. Well, I expect a decent game because Blackburn are playing away from home. Middlesbrough's home form is pretty good in there as well. I am going to back Borough to win this just because I think Kim Helbank needs to get another win just to make sure he is convinced the Borough fans he is fully on board with this to get them promoted to the Premier League. I'll go back Middlesbrough in this one by 3 goals to 1 despite Blackburn's good away form. Wouldn't be surprised if they went and won this at the Riverside, but I think Middlesbrough are just going to have too much quality for Blackburn. 3-1. Norwich versus Charlton now. This could be a relegation battle come the end of the season. I doubt it, but because Charlton are doing quite well for themselves. Carrow Road is starting to rock under Philippe Clement. They're getting decent results. It's just not plugging them out of the drop zone at the moment. 1-0 away win for Norwich. Last time they did play in the FA Cup on 9th of January 2022. Last time they did play in the league was in 2015, ages ago. 3-2 away win for Norwich at Charlton. Howson, Graben and Jerome were the scorers that day. And Charlton won on the 30th of September at Norwich. 4 wins for Norwich, 0 draws, 2 wins for Charlton. Norwich only lost once in their last 5. That was away at Watford. Charlton unbeaten in the last 2 with a draw at Birmingham and a home win against Oxford. 16th Charlton at home. Norwich still look pretty dreadful at home, but they did beat Southampton recently. They're starting to come good under Philippe Clement. And go back Norwich City for a 2-0 home win in this one. I think they will finally get on board and finally get a result. And yeah, that's why I'm backing a 2-0 home Norwich win here. Oxford versus Southampton then. Gary Rowett less Oxford at the moment as he has left the club earlier this morning. It'll be coming out tomorrow when you see this probably. Yeah, they haven't won in a while, Oxford. Their last win was against Ipswich. I don't know when that was, ages ago. It was on a Friday night. Southampton haven't won in their last 2 at home to Coventry, put in a very good performance, though. They did lose away at Norwich, which was a bummer, but they did win 2 games at home in that time by beating Birmingham and West Brom in their head-to-heads look like this. Well, last the only time they played, Oxford won by 2 goals to 0. Don't think that's going to be the occasion. This time Southampton look a lot better than they do at the moment. Oxford sit 21st, just outside the bottom, or 22nd. They sit inside that bottom 3. Their home form says 21st. Southampton's away form is not great, but it's not great, but it's not bad at the same time because they do sit 13th in the away form, they're going to be Oxford in this one, just because, well, Gary Rout's gone as well. I think they're going to lose the ball a bit, not like literally, but they're going to lose it. Oxford, I think they could be in a lot of bother this season. I'm back in Southampton to win this by 3-0 away at Oxford. I think this could be quite a battering for Oxford United, and that is why I'm going 3-0 to the Saints in this one. Portsmouth versus QPR then now, as Portsmouth doing okay at Fratton Park last time out against Blackburn, of course, winning by 2-1 in that one, unbeaten in their last 2 games. It's okay for Portsmouth, but I'm still not completely sold on their home form at the moment this season anyway. It was good last season, but they are starting to show signs it is coming back. QPR battered Leicester in their first half last week by 4-1. Did lose to Middlesbrough the week before. They're a very strange team. Queen's Park Rangers at the moment, 2-1 home win for Portsmouth over QPR back on the 22nd of February, 2-1 away win for Portsmouth over QPR on the 19th of October as well. Last season, 3 wins for Portsmouth, 2 draws, 2 wins for QPR on that occasion. QPR sits 7th in the table at the moment. Portsmouth sit 21st, just outside that relegation space. I am going to back QPR in this one to win by 2-1 away from home against John Messinio's Portsmouth, who might be under pressure after this, as he needs to get the results or deliver the results during this festive period, especially at Fratton Park, and he's got to get a win here, but I just can't see it. 2-1 QPR. Sheffield Wednesday versus Hull then at Hillsborough. Hull Hull are doing very well for themselves. I was going to say Sheffield Wednesday aren't doing particularly great at the moment. Hull are doing very, very well for themselves at the moment. Currently sitting 4th in the Championship, 37 points, only 5 points off the top 2 at the moment. Had a pretty good record at Hillsborough last season, winning by 1-0 on the 5th of April. 26th of November, 2-0 away win for Sheffield Wednesday. Against Hull on the 26th of November. 5 wins for Blackburn. 5 wins for Sheffield Wednesday. 5 draws, 7 wins for Hull. Form I'm not going to bother with about Sheffield Wednesday. It's just a loss apart from that Watford draw in there. 4 wins out of 5 for Hull at Stoke, at home to Wrexham, Millwall, and at home to West Brom as well. They did get battered at home to Middlesbrough though. Hull are going to win this 2-0 away winners. And this one will be quite a routine win for Hull City in this one. I just see it. I think they're quite good under Jukovic. Very good. He has done first year in the Championship as well. So yeah, 2-0 Hull at Wednesday here. Stoke versus Preston then. Your classic Championship affair. Yeah, I don't think... At the Bet365, Stoke have lost 4 out of their last 5 matches. They did beat Swansea in there. Preston unbeaten their last 5. Still doing very, very well for themselves. Paul Hecking, bottoms Preston. Dark horses for the playoffs now, you would have to say, for Preston North End. 1-1 draw against 1-1 draw between the two sides on the 5th of April earlier this year. 0-0 draw between the two sides on the 26th of November back at the Bet365. 3 wins for Stoke, 6 draws, 6 wins for Preston. Yeah, Preston looking okay, looking well at the moment. 9th Stoke in the home form. Preston's away form has been very, very good. This season, I am going to back a draw between the two sides. I do think Stoke will make sure they don't lose this game. I am actually going to back a 0-0 draw between these two sides. Actually, I don't think there's going to be a lot in it. I think it'll be quite cagey. So yeah, backing a 0-0 between these two. Let me know your score predictions down below. Final one of the 3 o'clockers then, and we have West Brom taking on Bristol City. At the Hawthorns. West Brom, 3 losses out of the last 5. Ryan Mason's kind of keeping his job going a little bit. He keeps eking it out, as you would say. At the moment, Bristol City did beat Middlesbrough in there as well recently. They were on a bit of a poor run apart from that win at Portsmouth, I believe. Head-to-heads look like this. 2-0 home win for West Brom over Bristol City. 2-1 Bristol City home win over West Brom on the 8th of April. 9 wins for West Brom, 3 draws, 4 wins for the Robins. West Brom sit 11th in the home table. Bristol City sits 7th in the away table. I'm going to back another draw. I'm going to back a 1-1 this time between West Brom and Bristol City. I don't think a lot is going to separate these two sides in terms of quality. I won't be surprised if Gerhard got a good result here and won won Bristol City the game, sorry, at the Hawthorns here. But yeah, I'm just going to back a 1-1 draw as I don't really see a lot happening between the two sides. Now to the race course we go then as Wrexham take on Sheffield United. Absolute blockbuster clash this one. Wrexham, despite not winning in their last 5, if Phil Parkinson does lose this game, I feel like he might be losing his job. But then who do Wrexham go and get in? Do they go and get a Michael Carrick or somebody like that? Yeah, Davies and Parkinson definitely the 2 under pressure managers in the division at the moment. Sheffield United did beat Birmingham by 3-0 at the weekend. Good solid home win despite probably, well, Birmingham we were going to lose even if we didn't have 10 men anyway, and Tommy Doyle didn't get sent off. West Brom did beat Sheffield United by 2-0. Before that, Sheffield United really, I don't think all that, well, they're quite good at home, but then they think this is the kind of game they would kind of lose. They have played in the FA Cup twice before, 3-3 draw, and in the replay Sheffield United beat them 3-1. EFL Cup 4-2 win for Sheffield United over Wrexham on the 13th of August. 1 draw, 2 wins for Sheffield United. Sheffield United have the experience over Wrexham, you would feel, in this one in the league as well. But Wrexham are known for causing a bit of chaos and controversy. So I am going to back a 2-2 draw in this one. Might be a bit strange, but yeah, I think this could be an absolutely mental game of football, and that is why I'm backing a 2-2 draw between these two sides. And yeah, not really a lot's going to separate them. Thank you very much for watching my league championship game week 23 predictions. If you do like the predictions, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. We'll be back for Premier League predictions, then probably back for the 29th fixtures in there as well. So yeah, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all of that good stuff, and I'll speak to you all on the next one.